What's up, everybody? I'm back again. This is Anthony Fallon, Tone Setter, the channel. Have made a cryptocurrency video. I made my Dallas, my sports channel. I wanted to put that out there. I'm trying to keep the two separated, but I wanted to get back on this cryptocurrency to talk to you guys. I mean, I know Bitcoin is taking and all of them had pretty much taken a hit. It's kind of bloody out there right now. What's going on in the crypto world? When you hear things, I had to write down these thoughts because it was a couple of things I wanted to really talk about. So you got like major banks for people that have cards that was allowing to use their credit or debit card to convert their U.S. dollars, like say like Chase, because Chase Bank is one of them. Like I was talking about, what I'm talking about, like Chase Bank. This happened to a friend of mine, not to me personally, but somebody that I know that's in our group, in our club. Chase Bank would not allow him to use his card to purchase to fund his wallet, you know, to buy packs and stuff like that. So you probably, I mean, so you got like Chase probably. I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure. I think I did hear about Bank of America, maybe in City and stuff like that. But man, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I had no problem with that. But I know, excuse me, I know for sure Chase Bank. Then you hear about Tether. Tether, is under investigation, claiming um, that their coin is backed by the U.S. dollar. So I read that a couple weeks ago about that, and I haven't checked up on it to see what was the latest news on it. But things going to slowly unfold. I mean, if they're legit, as to what I can understand, they could not provide that information, or they couldn't validate that. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen as things trickle down. Also, I mean, that's probably old news to some of y'all, especially those who are really in this crypto space, crypto cloud, crypto world, whatever you want to call it. About IOTA being hacked, and the company I was really looking into was them, and they had sent me right. I had just sent them an email because I talked about it on some of my previous videos. One of my previous videos about NEM and how I was just looking at it, and I went on their website, and it really wasn't clear on what was going to be the usability, what they were going to use their coin for, and so I emailed them, and they sent me the information on what it was going to be used for, and it sounded real good. I mean, it was talking about for like real estate and and for the banks and stuff like that. But then I don't know. It could be fake news, because they could be using news. They could be using this as a scare tactic, because I can't. I mean, even though I might read some of this news that I'm getting, but at the same time, I'm just gonna take it for what it is. I'm just not gonna believe it. But I am putting this news out here right now. Is that they did get hacked, right? I mean, not like maybe a week after I had sent they had sent their they had returned the information. They had gave me the information after I emailed them, or they replied back. That's the word I was looking for. And all of that, and matter of fact, after they sent me on what would the usage was going to be, I asked them, was they going to be hacked, and how can you assure me that they won't be hacked? And they was like, nah, yada yada yada. And then next, I get in my feed that them was hacked. I'm like, whoa, like that's crazy. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe my phone is playing tricks on me. I don't know, but they seem to be everything seemed to be back up and running with them though. So I mean, shit happens. I mean, what the hell? A lot of these coins are going to be possibly going to be hacked, if you ask me. Um, oh heck, my dog, man. But anyway, this is one. This is what I was gonna really talk about right here, or two things I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna get this one out the way first. I'm gonna get this one out of the way first. Is when one of my previous videos was that, I was saying 85% of the market is trash, and I want y'all to look at it like this. I'm not saying that this is what's going on, but I'm just making a comparison, using this as an example. Like penny pot, like not say penny pot, penny stocks, stock options. You got to really do your research. When you're dealing with the penny stocks, that's why the big fish just stick with the Nasdaq and S&P 500. And these big time companies, because they're, even though it might be they might get their returns in a it might be a little slower, per year, but nevertheless it's consistent, whatever they get back on the ROI. So, but they got the money, they got the capital to dump in it. So if I dump in 1 million and I get, 3 to 6%, something like that. It could be lower, could be higher, that kind of flip. But I got 1 million in there, or 2, 3 million, whatever. I mean, some of these guys dealing with a lot more, or putting in a lot more. But they know they're going to get some kind of return every year. And now with the penny pot stocks, I say, I keep saying penny pot, because really I keep saying penny pot because marijuana is going to explode and is in the penny stock options. That's why it's there. What I'm saying? Marijuana is that next thing, and that's what I'm invested into. You know what I'm saying? But penny stock options. One of the biggest problems with it, and a lot of people don't deal with it, and those that do, is that you got the time and commitment to research a lot of these companies. You will find good ones. You know what I'm saying? You will find good ones, depending on the company, and what their sole mission is, and how innovative they are, and if it's out, and if it's something outside of the box, depending on what you're investing into with the penny stock options. But this is the knock on it, is that there's a lot of garbage in the penny stock options, because there's a lot of inside trading with some of these companies to inflate their numbers, and it looks good, and you thinking that they're gonna pay, you're gonna get this payout, and what if it's 600%, what I'm saying, spike on the market, and some of them has been 1,200%. I'm talking about these has been good ones though, where you just luck up, especially in that marijuana pharmaceutical, these companies right there. But I'm just using these as an example, and that you can find some fake ones, some fake companies out there, because they got a lot of inside trading going on. You find out that those numbers are actually inflated, they're incorrect. And so in translation or comparison, is that's why 85% of the crypto market is garbage, even in ICO. And this is going to lead up to my next point of topic, is that I'm going to talk about, is this could be affecting all of the cryptocurrency. Because, and that's what, and so back to what I was saying, so that's why the 85% of the market is trash, because like I told you in the previous ones, one of the main things is, what are the coins going to be used for? What are they going to be used for? And how we're going to use them. I'm talking about for everyday people like you and I. We know that this is a hot trend. We know that cryptocurrency is probably going to be here to stay. But what is its purpose? What is its usability and its purchase power? So this is the tiny problem that I'm going to talk about. Is the three things, and cryptocurrency or crypto coins are 2 out of the 3. And the first one is crypto coins. It is a unit account. You know what I'm saying? It is a unit account. That's one of the two. Okay, for example, when like Ethereum is usually priced on the exchange in terms of Bitcoin, right? In terms of Bitcoin, like hell. But the other altcoins are usually priced in the coin in are usually priced in the and all the other altcoins are usually priced in the terms of Ethereum. Okay, so that's that example on that. Okay, so the second one, on the crypto coins is store value, and this has been the pitch, the ongoing thing that everybody talks about when they talk about crypto is decentralization. The decentralization store is that that the politicians and the major banks can't manipulate the coin. It can't be fake. Like the fiat, like the paper money. Inflation and all that stuff. You go on the foreign exchange. Every little thing, every little president or ambassador or some or whoever has an announcement to make, and it's or some president of a world bank or president of this big time corporation, oil companies, and stuff like that. This announcement comes out, everything stops on the foreign exchange. It might stop for an hour, sometimes 2 hours, and then things go back to normal. But you remember, if those of y'all that are on a foreign exchange, remember back in 2016 during the presidential campaign, going towards the end of that year, I think it was December. It might have been I think it was December. It was either 2016, 2015. But I'm thinking it's 2016. If I can, yeah, it was because I got out of it. But because I remember I was doing good like the first week of December, then like halfway through the second week of December, everything. I mean, no matter what trade, what signal you got on the foreign exchange, everything just plummeted. Now, I'm like I said in my previous one, I'm a buyer. I'm bull. I bull all day. I really don't do, the bearish side. Well, I should have did the bearish side because you know what, my money would have went up like that. I should have did it. I should have just did it because everything was just, it'll start off like you go, you get on the market like 1 o'clock in the morning, get on about 4. That's what the euro market, starts, and going into the U.S. market like 8 o'clock, something like that. And that's the time things really start moving and grooving. That 4 o'clock to 8, and sometimes from 8 to 12, stuff like that. And then it slows down, but it'll start bullishing, it start bulling. And you're like, yeah. Oh shit, market back is back straight. Then next hour, especially if you're doing it by the hour. That's what I was doing. I was doing it by the hour. It'll go up, and if you didn't get out, it was going down. Then the next hour went down again. The next hour went down some more. So, therefore, that could be a reason. That could be one reason why this thing is doing that. It could be manipulated. Like I told you, I would not be surprised. If you later find out that there's a U.S. dollar crypto or Federal Reserve crypto, So keep your eye. You can't walk in this blind. You can't be blind. You gotta keep that mind wide open that they can have us right back into. While this thing is trying to decentralize, they can have us right back into everything being centralized. Because some of these cryptocurrencies are they're gonna investigate and find out that they are centralized. But the third thing is what every last single crypto coin that's currently exists today do not function like this. Is the medium exchange. And what I mean by medium exchange is your everyday spending habits. If I wanted to go to the store and get a gallon of milk and wanted to use my wallet, my digital wallet, to purchase that gallon, do you know how long that transaction is going to take? Oh, it's going to take, it could take up to 10 minutes. It could take up to 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. Before that blockchaining transaction before it actually confirms, the purchase. It's for every, like, you trying to get this, people are trying to get these coins. You got these network marketing companies out here that want you to get these coins and stuff, and you can't even use them. Really, I mean, because it has not got to the point where you can use them for your very basic need, and that's, go to the store, buy groceries. Some of them you can't even use maybe some. You can still, I know you can use Bitcoin to pay for, payments and stuff like that. I mean, Starbucks, it just started using Bitcoin. Because Starbucks was struggling financially. I mean, they was kind of, it's kind of losing profits, should I say? So yeah, so they switched over to the usability of Bitcoin. Well, Starbucks had already been invested into Bitcoin years ago, and that's a lot of things that research that. I mean, research that and look at how many big time corporations have already been invested into Bitcoin. Walmart, Family Dollar, stuff like that. I mean, all of them are heavily invested, have been heavily invested into the crypto, especially Bitcoin. So that is that's the basic, the bottom line on. That's why is it called cryptocurrency if it can't be used just like money, because I could take this $2, $3 and go buy me a gallon of milk with no problem. I don't want to have to sit there to wait for my transaction to confirm. Bitcoin takes longer. Ethereum is faster, but it's not fast enough. Because, people want to get on with it. You just want to go in and buy that milk and get the hell out of the store. But you can't do that with none of the cryptocurrency. So now, that could be the reason why that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies could be taking a hit. And they might continue to take that hit. I'm not saying it's not gonna go up, because I think it's still gonna be rocketed, because that could be a reason. Like I said, these big corporations maybe they're trying to get it together now on where, maybe not this year, but next year, 2019, 2020, 2021, maybe, I don't know, that they'll have this figured out, to where it can be used on a daily basis. But to my understanding, from what I've read and researched, from a couple of guys that are in, with the whales, as they say, none of them can. That's the flaw of all of the cryptocurrency that's existing today. In this currently today. That's the one flaw, and they can't change it. That's according to what's been reported to me, and what I've read. So you gotta keep your eyes open now. But what I also heard is that there is an initial block offering where there's going to be a crypto coming up real soon, end of this month, beginning of next month. That's going to be that coin where its usability is going to be favorable, like unlike the rest of the cryptocurrency out there. And I have a problem with that because, I mean, I don't have a problem with it because I've been offered to jump in to this into this initial block offering, you know. But it's pretty hefty. It's a nice chunk of change to do so. Or well, at least to get the information. Put it like that. It's not to get on the coin, but to get the information to stay. I'm not. I mean, I might do it, but hell no. At the same time. And that's another thing I was gonna say. If you know any of the whales, like I was talking about, like James Altucher, you know, or any other whale that's out there that have a podcast, or that you can piggyback off. Just watch them. Just watch where the market is going to move. What's moving. Keep your eye on some of this a new ICO that might pop up, and you see it moving up in the ranks as far as like on the coin market cap and stuff like that. So that's all I really have for y'all. I hope y'all find this information very informative, information that's going to make y'all think about what we're doing out here in this crypto space, because I'm telling y'all, emotions is going to get you fucked up. So you can't be in your emotions when doing this, and you can't spend more than what you can afford. So we're going to try to get in as low as possible. And if you're trying to buy Bitcoin right now, you're a damn fool. So make sure you do your research, or you get with some people that's going to do the research and it's been pretty accurate on these coins, as far as making sure you get your profit, your return of interest. So I'm gonna leave with that. I've been talking long enough. I'd like to say peace to everybody. This Tone Setter. I'm out.